Hey there, LEGO fans, welcome back. Alex here. In this video, I'm going to show you an update to this empty space here. This is where my 90s space sub-themes used to be, but I've ripped those out there because I plan to expand the castle area, which is right here. I just haven't been able to get to this because other things continue to come up, such as the amusement park rebuild going on down there. I'm really close to finishing that up. I think by this weekend I'll have my final update, and that should be all polished up. But in this video, we are going to focus on where I have these 90s space sub-theme Lego sets out, and here they are. They're in the weight room. I decided to move a lot of boxes out of here, and I'll show you where those are in just a moment, and make some space for, well, space. So here it is, but now you'll notice that it's really dark in here. I just have these crummy lights up here to illuminate the area to work out, and I decided that, you know what, we need to be able to see them a little bit better. So I'm gonna go over here and flip this switch, and voila, check it out. Nice and well lit. We can very much see all of these space themes much better. So let's go ahead and do a review of all of these sets here. Now these are, I think all of these are in from the 90s. Let's start from 1990 itself, which is going to be Mtron, a very modest Mtron collection. They never had a main base like Blacktron has over there, but I will say that the that big massive wheeled vehicle back there, the Megacore Magnetizer, is probably my favorite Lego set out of all of these space themes right here. So Mtron, backing up in 1990. Now, from there, it's 1991, and that is where Blacktron debuted. And this is definitely the largest collection that I have of these. That's for darn sure. I mean, we have two of these Alpha Centauri bases here, and I think these actually light up still. Let me see if I can reach my hand in here and turn those lights on. Yeah, there we go. You know what? Let me turn the lights off really quick, and that will look a little bit better for you guys. Ooh, very cool. Let's see if this guy works too. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can find the button in there. Doop. There it is. There it goes. All right, let's back it out here. Very cool. I don't know how well this camera's going to pick that up, but anyway, let's turn the lights back on. But really cool that those still work after all these years. All right, so that is Blacktron. Let's go over to 1992. Oh, you know what? Before I gotta clarify. This is Blacktron 2, not the original Blacktron. So I gotta make sure I'm clear on that, because a lot of you will probably correct me. And that makes Space Place 2 here, and that is 1992. A very modest collection here. I love the Galactic Mediator, fantastic spaceship. I loved that. So that is yeah, 1990, 91, and 92 there on the top shelf. And then we go down here to Ice Planet 2002, and I believe these guys came out back in 1993. Love that deep freeze defender there, really nice looking. And I got a bunch of, you know, fluffy snow to make them at home. And then what would be next? It wasn't these guys. I think it would actually be Unitron, and I only have one Unitron set, and that's that base back there. And they came out, I think, in 1994. And Spyrus as well. I think I only have that one little saucer right there. That's my only Spyrus set. So that's representing those 2 years right there. But then in 1996, you had these guys. The Explorians is what they are called, and they have a lot of interesting technology with these guys, with these androids. So pretty cool to have them out here. Have a couple of those guys there as well. Very, very cool. And finally, we fast forward to 1998, and that is where we have our UFOs. These guys are really tough looking. I was really excited to collect these guys because they look like, man, they look tough, don't they? They look like they mean business. So there they all are sitting out there. So that is the collection and where they are now. Unfortunately, I'm a little nervous about having them in here because this is right next door to my utility room right there, and it does get very dusty in here. And also, as I lift weights, I use a lot of chalk. See this? I use chalk to put on my hands so my hands aren't sweaty and I can grip the bars when I'm lifting weights a little bit better. So I think I might have to do some sort of barrier here, dust barrier, to kind of keep them protected. Otherwise, they will get rather dusty. I do also want to make mention that these represent my childhood, more specifically my teenage years. It was about 1991 is when I became a teenager, and so yeah, most of the 90s I was a teen, and these things were awesome. We took these things on so many sleepovers and just had epic space battles. It was incredible. We stayed really late at night just having these awesome battles, destroying these things, and then of course the next morning we'd have to fix them. But that was okay. After so many battles, we got pretty used to repairing them we didn't even need the instructions anymore because we just knew how they went back together. It was usually Blacktron that conquered, I think I remember. But anyway, those were great days. Now you might be wondering where all the boxes went, because this is where I had all of my empty boxes. I'll show you that in just a moment. So what is left in here? Well, all of these boxes that are here on these top 2 shelves are my sealed sets. So these are all still in the boxes. Well, not these 3. I wish those were still in the box. Wouldn't that be awesome? So I wanted to keep those nice and protected. So they are in here where they're a little bit more safe. But these are the smaller sets that are sealed, and up here we have the larger sealed Lego sets. Not a large collection like I used to have here. It's getting a little bit smaller. I've been actually opening up and building a lot of my investment sets, I guess you could say. But here's a lot of empty boxes right here that are all stacked up. They were not in the way, so I decided to keep them there. So that means that those boxes had to go somewhere. So let me go ahead and show you where those are. Now what hasn't changed is boxes over here. I've always had a bunch of boxes and a lot of totes with my extra Lego that doesn't fit in the city over here. So these are a lot of my larger boxes there. It looks like there are 3 boxes deep there, and they go on both sides. So that's where some of them are. But the rest of them that were in storage are actually over here now underneath the downtown area. So there we go. And I'm gonna crawl in here and show you what I've made. Here's the little cave underneath the downtown area. So there's a lot of boxes over here. Let me see if I can get over here without hurting myself. There we go. And of course on the other side, we got the big boxes right there, and all of them over here as well, just stacked up. And these are doubled up. Let me see if I can go around here and show you. This is an interesting part of the basement, isn't it? There we go. So it's still enough room to walk through here, but as you can see, these are all getting stacked up pretty well. But definitely wanted to make sure there was still space for me to access the underbelly, so to speak, of the downtown area, which is underneath where you get through with that hatch right there. So yeah, you can still get through to the other side here. And this is the plug that I have for my little remote that I turn on and off all the LED lights around the basement. And that includes all the LEDs that you're looking at right there. Man, I'm almost out of breath because I'm crawling around so much holding the camera straight. So that is the update for now. I'm really happy that I was able to get those out and display them again because, like I said, there's a lot of I don't know, personal value in having them displayed. And a lot of people come in here like, hey, cool, those are all right. And some people recognize a lot of these older sets, you know, like, oh, hey, I had that when I was a kid. And I love hearing that because it's like, yeah, that was our childhood, man, way back in the day before cell phones and social media. In fact, I don't think the internet was brand new to a lot of us back then. You guys remember dial-up? Oh, man, those were the days. Anyway, guys, that is the update for now. The 90s space somethings are back out on display. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.